So I have with me Sandy from Radiant Pantry. She's a health coach and she is all about empowering our next generation with tips about food and how they can incorporate food to have that transformation and empower their health. So welcome, Sandy.
Hi, Nora. Lovely to see you and lovely to be with you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for making the time to come and talk and share your information and your knowledge about gut health and immunity. So would you like to start by maybe talking about a struggle that you've had when you became a mum? Because, I even talking about your children, because mainly the mums, the people that I work with and the people who will see this video are mums who have got sort of school-age children generally, most of them are.
Yes. Yeah, so I have to think back. My kids are now 21 and 19, and things at each stage there seems to be a challenge. You kind of get on top of something, and then there's something new appears. I think a lot of it's about balance and balancing my time, my me time, which really is not to do with food. But when it comes to the kids, food is something that is always on their mind, and it is always a trick. You've got kids if you've got a few kids, it can get trickier because different tastes, maybe, and filling them up with good food and not being, swayed or persuaded to buy trick food, all the treats and things that look like healthy foods that aren't. And I think that was the hardest thing, is saying no to temptation and having them. That was the hardest thing. My kids were really great eaters, and that was definitely the hardest thing.
And what about now, though? You would have seen a big transition from the change too, from when your children were little to now, the opportunity to eat healthier foods, apart from whole foods, if that's the way we were. But now it's in the supermarkets. There's a lot better variety of foods that we can purchase that are quick but are healthy as well.
I like what the supermarkets have done now is that, and this is the great thing, you can take the kids to the supermarket after school, the chips and whatever else, all the chocolatey stuff, but now they've got the fruit there that's free. So I love that and my kids now babysit, and they'll take the little primary school kids after school if they need to pick up a few things. And, there, grab a piece. It's free. Just, if it's an apple, give it a wipe down, and the bananas come in their own skin, which is great. As for my kids now, they do know what they should be eating, but again, they have cars. Uber Eats now exists, so there's so many options for them. And I feel if I've just got the fruit bowl there and fresh fruit there, they do like to save money, and saving money means eating from home.
Yeah, that's great. I think that's wonderful how the supermarkets have put that new initiative out there for kids and makes it easier as a parent to go shopping with little kids. Yeah, go grab a piece of fruit. I just think it's wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's great. I think I'd like to see them mix it up a little bit more.
In what way?
Oh, a kiwi fruit. I don't know, at our local supermarket, that just really apples and bananas, just something a little bit different, or something that it has to be something that they can eat in their hands and it's easy to grab and not too messy.
Yeah, but definitely that is something, just to expose them to different fruits and vegetables as well. I don't generally see vegetables there, but it would be great to even use that as well, wouldn't it? So
absolutely.
What would be then 3 tips that you would give mums to help them boost their kids' immunity or their immunity, especially going into winter and thinking about their gut health?
Yeah, I think everyone worries about that, getting colds, because the on-flow effect of having to miss work, the kids missing school, everyone, and everyone getting a cold. Vitamin D is something that, and I don't push supplements and vitamins, but vitamin D is something that we don't get so much of because we're not outside and the sun's not shining that's something that you could look at supplementing. You know, you're 11 times less likely to get a cold if you have good vitamin D levels. And you only really know if you get checked, and often it's us parents that will go and have a blood test to know. But you can really gauge on how much time and how much exposure you get into the sun, you know, safe exposure. But vitamin D is definitely something you can get, and you can get them in a little spray, which is really handy. So it doesn't mean it's really popping a pill for kids that don't want to take a supplement. But really, that would be one. Also, eating the rainbow. And I think when people say eat the rainbow, go, oh, my God, what does that mean? You know, we all have heard that. But for winter, for me, it comes in soups. Eating the rainbow is in soups because they're warming. You know, I don't know about you, but I love sneaking food in. And I've always been great at sneaking stuff in. Our family try and eat the rainbow through our soup. So, you know, if you think of orange, there's carrot, and you've got a red, it's tomato, you could do roast capsicums, white cauliflower, celeriac, roasted celeriac. I don't know if you know, they're a root vegetable and they're very warming and grounding.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, easy, just pop them in the oven for half an hour and onion and garlic. And then you've got all your greens as well. Mm-hmm. So that's a great way that saves time, and it's really quick. I mean, and easy. You can pop it on the pot, ignore it, go off and read the kids a book, and then just blend it up, or minestrone, you know, just pop everything in the pot and let it go.
So do you make your own stock as well? Oh, sorry. Do you make your own stock as well?
I do tend to, yes. And it's just, if I roast a chicken, I'll try and buy an organic or free range chicken. And once that, I'll pick all the meat off it and then pop the bones. If I don't have, there's not much there, I might pop it in the freezer. Yeah. Until I've got, say, two chicken carcasses, and then I'll make some bone broth. Or just left over the tops of the celery and maybe tops of leeks or something like that, and make it into a bit of a veggie broth. Yeah. You know, just... and when I have time, I just don't worry too much. If I can do it, great, and if I can't, well, you know, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. That's stress, isn't it? Otherwise,
I think, well, you know, you're trying to do the right thing, and then you're getting yourself in a ball of sweat because just for the next day, and someone's crying and someone's hit someone or something like that. It's just another thing that, you know, kind of do. But you don't need a stock. If you've just got lots of veggies, you know, and try a leek in there. Some red onion is lovely and sweet as well. I find I just use water sometimes, and it's delicious. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And my other thing, I think you want to would be to chew my food. You know, it's great to eat good food and tell the kids, and I tell my kids, slow down, there's not a race. I've gone to the effort to make this lovely meal. If you chew it, you know, it's going to be absorbed a whole lot better. You know, the saliva covers it. That's all part of digestion. And, you know, when everything gets assimilated into our tummies, that's when our immune system kicks in, and, you know, that's all a part of it. It's not just woofing down good food, but it's actually just taking the time and enjoying it as well.
Yeah, beautiful. That mindfulness behind food and the time that's gone into prepare it, the beautiful ingredients. And, you know, we are living in that world of busyness, isn't it? And it's not helping our gut to be able to absorb all those nutrients if we're just running on adrenaline the whole time, and stress hormones get in the way.
Exactly.
So beautiful.
And, you know, it's you know, then that's time to go down and have a chat with whoever, you know, whoever's there, and or just take time out. You've gone to the effort to make a really lovely meal, and you just enjoy it.
Yeah, beautiful. They're lovely 3 tips, easy tips that mums could definitely incorporate into their winter immunity program and protocol. What about yourself then? What about your non-negotiables that you have for yourself?
Well, mine actually is my morning walk. And, you know, that kind of hits on digestion, because when you're moving, it does get everything going. It's been something that I've always done. We've had pets most of our life, my married life, and with our kids, dogs. And, you know, they often now they're in the routine that getting up early is going for a walk. And I find that if I do that, boom, the day, I don't have to stress then about I haven't been to the gym or I haven't done that. If I've done a half-hour walk, I've done something great for myself. I don't take headphones. I just, you know, I'm with my thoughts. I do often think about what have I got. You know what it's like. It's, you know, our mums never really turn off. We try, but I need some me time. And even some people I know say, but how do you walk in the morning? You've got kids and they've got to get up and breakfast. And my husband, he leaves for work at about 6:30. And our kids were little monkeys. I don't know about your family. Our kids were always up so early. There would often be, you know, 5.
Yeah.
So I would be awake, and while they were up and the morning was just getting going off then. So around 6 to 6:30, that was my time that I'd, you know, squeeze it in. So it's just, and that not everyone has that flexibility to do that, whether it's a lunchtime walk. And, you know, when the kids were younger, they were in the pram and off we'd go.
Yeah.
But not at that hour. But that's something, you know, that I just love. And, you know, that's breathing the fresh air. I don't know. I think, and often that time of the morning, you know, between 6 and 7 or 6 and 8, if the day hasn't really begun, you notice things around your neighbourhood, and it's really raining actually.
Yeah.
But, you know, and that's Melbourne, so we never know what we'll get. But often it's a really
and so it's become a bit of a habit still, like you're still doing that now.
Ingrained in me. If it's a rare morning that I don't get up and walk, and you know, hubby will come with me on the weekends, and, you know, sometimes there's a girlfriend as well that, you know, knows my routine, a couple of girls. And it's interesting, we see the same walkers every morning. I live not far from the beach, so g'day Bruce, hi Bob, you know, it's the same faces. A lot of the oldies are up at that hour too.
Yeah. No, my husband does the same. He walks on the days I don't go to the gym. He actually walks the dog, and he says the same. He sees the same people in the morning at 6, whatever time he goes, 5:45. So yeah. And what would you say? What's the second thing that you would do for yourself?
I really like to start the day, and I never used to be a smoothie person. So those people that go, oh my God, she's one of those green smoothie drinkers. Yes, I am. But it took me a while to get into that habit, and I really love to chew food. I love food, and I have a really good appetite, and I know the nutrients that are in smoothies and what I can put in there. If I do that, if everything else falls apart for the day and I end up going out and I made bad food choices, I'm not so fussed, because I have given myself the first thing that has gone into my body has been something really nutritious. And, you know, those smoothies, and there's so many, you know, there's amazing, everyone's got a version of a green smoothie or a berry smoothie, and there's something for everyone. I guarantee if you say you don't like smoothies, I bet you we can find something for you, because it's a lot, and more energy than coffee.
Yeah,
really.
No, the smoothies are a great way. Also, that sneaking things into it for kids is a great thing with the smoothie as well. And so, sorry.
Oh no. So they do tend to be morning things. So yes, if the day then falls apart, I feel like I've done great things for my health and wellness, and the day is really just beginning.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful thing to give to yourself just to start your day.
Yes, well, you know, haven't quite got the kids over the line with that. They like the acai bowls and that type of thing. But, you know, my hubby, he's great. He'll take a smoothie off to work with him.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's probably with a wellness coach. I'm sure your partner's the same.
He's now. He wasn't when I first met him, but yeah, he's great now. He takes his lunch every day. So yeah, no, definitely you realise the influence you actually have on them. So tell us a bit more about your business and what you've got coming up this weekend as well in Geelong.
Yeah, well, I'm health coaching, and I am passionate about looking after the next generation, and I find it's the parents that do look after the next generation, the mums and dads. I do work with some single dads, which is really great, and lots of mums, women, and they tend to run the household and have the buying power. And also, you know, the next generation. So teaching kids the options that are about. I love their little minds and their eagerness, and even if they don't like food, their little faces that, you know, that's yuck, and just how the whole thing around food, it's really engaging and connecting. Food is such a connector. So I give talks to mothers groups and mothers and at maternal health centres. So that really is teaching the mums, and it gets the next generation, because I think it does filter down. And I've got a workshop coming up that I'm doing with Emma Hay from Little Birdie Yoga. And I'm originally a Geelong girl, so I'm in Melbourne now, but heading back to Geelong, and I'm down there a fair bit. And our workshop is all about gut health and digestion. Emma's going to be introducing the morning with an hour of yin yoga, and then another hour with me. We're heading into the kitchen where we'll be making a few things and really just talking about optimal health and optimal gut digestion, not just good.
Fantastic.
And that's this Sunday.
Yeah, so I'll definitely put
anyone would like to come along.
Yeah, and I'll put a link to the actual event page.
Oh, I've just lost you there, I think.
I'll put a link.
Just frozen on me. There we go.
I'll put a link though into so that people can book in and find out more information about it. Thank you so much for your time, Sandy. It's great to hear other health coaches and their little tips and tricks for better wellness and immunity, boost their people's immunity. Thanks so much again, and we'll have to catch up again soon.
Oh, that'd be great. Thanks a lot, Narelle. Lovely to see you.
You too. Bye.